If you're going to be a metal band, though, I want to hear the metal every now and again. Push those guitars and bass tones in my face, even if it's for a few measures, then back them off when you introduce the other instrumentations. Welcome to Metal Forge Reviews Breakneck segment, where we spend a few minutes talking about albums that came out this year that we haven't touched upon on any of our other videos. This album was gifted to me by a Bandcamp friend, and I can only suspect who that person is because he's been shouting from the rooftops about this album and has loved it since it came out in May. So you know who you are. Thank you so much for the gift, and thank you for putting this in front of me because it's totally fantastic and absolutely worth hearing. The album in question is from the band Esoctrilihum, Eternity of Shaog. Are you familiar with this record? Leave your comments below about it. And let's get started with the review. Esoctrilihum is a one-man band from France, and it is under the vision of Astrogoul. The album was released on I Void Hanger Records, which is an Italian record label that specializes in unique metal bands. We first became aware of this label when our friends in Inhuman Form got signed to them. Astrogoul uses his music as a vessel for his imagination, creating monstrous deities that transcend space, time, and our physical reality. The music really does make you feel like you're taking part in an ancient ritual to communicate with an evil divine creature that seeks to drain mankind of all morality, leaving us devoid of compassion and kindness. The album cover by Alan Brown allows the listener to envision the type of creature they will be encountering upon listening to the record. Very, very cool album artwork. Don't expect anything catchy or melodious on this album. The songs are chaotic and turbulent, leaving the listener feeling uneasy and at times disoriented. Kind of reminds me of Nile if they were a bit more blackened and took their inspiration from Hindu dogmas versus Egyptology and H.P. Lovecraft. This album has a lot of layers, featuring synths and ethnic-sounding instrumentation that really helps add to the omniscient atmosphere. These layers are constantly added and removed as each song progresses, allowing the listener to feel as if they're traversing through a living portal. My only gripe with this methodology is that when synth and other instrumentation are taken away, leaving only the guitars, bass, and drums, these essential metal elements never come to the front of the sonic picture. They always feel like they're in the background of the music, and I'm the type of person that listens to metal for unique guitar tones and sick riffs. So I'm really left desiring these when they feel so far away. Don't get me wrong, the other instruments on this album are brilliantly composed and really make this a unique listening experience. If you're going to be a metal band, though, I want to hear the metal every now and again. Push those guitars and bass tones in my face, even if it's for a few measures, then back them off when you introduce the other instrumentations. Eternity of Shaog has some crushing riffs that really deserve to be front and center, and it makes me wonder why wasn't there more attention paid to ensuring that the metal sections don't melt the listener's face off. Overall, this is certainly one of the more unique records I've heard all year. It's really hard to categorize this as there are elements of black, death, avant-garde, and smatterings of Far East-inspired folk music. It's really cool. I couldn't find any lyrics for this album, and even if I could, I'm not sure I would read them in fear of inadvertently becoming a necromancer.
Gigantus, Deamunium, Exorito.
Oh my God. So in place of that, here's a clip from one of my favorite songs, Ex Inisof. I guess that's how you say that. you like your metal vicious and chaotic with a 10% chance of conjuring a demon from the nether realm, I highly recommend you check this album out. Support Esoctrilihum on Bandcamp, and certainly check out their other bands on Voidhanger Records if you're into this sort of extreme metal that toes the line of avant-garde, jazz, folk, and other unexpected genres. As always, thank you so much for your time and attention today. If you enjoy this sort of thing, we have many other Breakneck Reviews segments that cut right to the chase and offer quick reviews of metal albums that came out this year. We have organized our videos by playlists so that they're easy to access and sort through. Don't forget to subscribe, comment. Do you like this album? Do you not like this album? Where did you hear this album? It's kind of a really cool underground album that I think is fantastic and deserves your ears. So as always, thank you. We appreciate you. You are a part of this. You help motivate us and drive our success. Appreciate you. Take care.